Hola, hola, ¿me puede escuchar?
Sí,
Hola Maricela, ¿cómo está?
muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted?
Sí, sí, también, igual, aquí estamos, virtual. Siguiendo adelante con los cambios, ¿no? Para hacer un poco.
Sí,
¿Qué tal su familia? ¿Todo está bien con su salud y todo?
sí, todos bien, gracias. ¿Qué
Sí,
tal por ahí?
está,
Con usted?
está bien, muy bien. Um, pues gracias por juntarse conmigo en línea. Estamos aquí para darle una clase de inglés gratis para que vea qué tal la experiencia de las clases en línea. Ah,
Ajá,
Primero que nada, tenemos que determinar el nivel correcto. ¿Usted habla algo de inglés o vamos a
así.
poner el primer nivel? ¿Aló?
Sí,
¿Habla algo de inglés?
sí, un poco.
Sí, ok. Entonces vamos a comenzar con una evaluación, ¿ok?
Ok. Ajá,
Esto es una evaluación oral que aquí le voy a preguntar varias preguntas en inglés. ¿Cómo
ajá.
es? Realmente es un examen. Hay que contestar con oraciones completas, siempre contestándome con los verbos, con los cambios de verbos. ¿Ok? Vamos
Ok.
a empezar. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Good, thank you. Yeah. What is your name?
My name is Maricela Perales.
How do you spell Maricela?
Maricela.
Do you like Colorado?
Oh, yes, I love it.
Where are you from?
From Mexico?
Oración completa.
I am from Mexico.
What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is red.
Me too. What is your phone number?
My phone number is 720-385-7724.
How do you say mesa in English?
Table,
What does book mean in Spanish?
libro.
What do you do for work?
I do Herbalife, independent distributor.
Herbalife. Oh, okay. What do you do for fun?
Mm, nothing else.
What do you do for fun? You have fun sometimes, right?
Yes, I am.
What do you do for fun?
I go with my family when I in the past. We play volleyball.
Oh, nice. I love volleyball. Do you
Mhm.
like to dance?
Oh yes, love it.
Oración completa.
Oh yes, I love it. I love to dance.
How is the weather today?
Right now it is snowing.
Are you thirsty?
No, I'm not. I'm not thirsty.
Are you from China?
I'm sorry?
Are you from China?
No, I'm not from China. I'm from Mexico.
Are you friends with the president?
No, we're not friends.
Do you have $1 million?
No, I have 2 million.
Nice.
No, I don't have any.
Do you work on the moon?
No, I don't work in the moon.
Who is your best friend?
Who's my best friend?
Yeah.
My best friend, her name is Erica.
Okay, and where is Erika from?
She's from Mexico.
What does she do for work?
She's a secretary.
Describe Erika.
I'm sorry?
Describe your best friend. Describe Erika. Oops, you went on.
Mute, yeah.
Okay, try again. Describe your best friend.
She's tall, skinny,
Good.
white tone skin.
What does a teacher do?
Um, Teach you the lesson you need to know.
Okay. Tell me about your daily routine.
Oh, I woke up at 8. I get breakfast. After that, I'm going to do some exercise sometimes. Uh, I cook the dinner for the family, and that's it. I help my son with the school.
Ask me 2 questions in English.
Um, where are you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. One more question.
Do you live in Colorado?
Yeah, I live in Denver.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What are you doing right now?
Just taking care of my nieces, my niece and my son and my nephew.
Oración completa? So what are you doing right now?
I'm sorry?
What are you doing right now? Conteste con una oración. Contestó bien, pero no fue una oración completa.
Oh,
What are you doing right now?
right now I'm taking English class.
What do you think your best friend is doing right now?
She's at work right now.
What is she doing?
She's answering the phone and taking notes.
Good. Who do you think will win the next World Cup?
Yeah. I'm sorry, can you repeat that for me?
Who do you think will win the next World Cup?
World Cup, what is it? Like
The World Cup is for
soccer
soccer.
or something? Um,
The World Cup, yeah.
so World Cup,
Who do you think will win the next World Cup?
maybe 2020, 22.
Why do you want to improve your English?
Well, I would like to be fluent speaking with somebody in English.
What are you going to do this weekend?
Stay home, cleaning the house.
Oración completa. Con el...
I will be cleaning the house.
Okay. What are your plans for your next vacation?
For what?
What are your plans for your next vacation?
We are planning go to Mexico and visit the family.
What will you do later tonight?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
That's okay. What will you do later tonight?
Watching TV with my kiddo.
Where were you born?
I was born here in Denver.
Did you work yesterday?
No, I don't. Just stay home and watching TV.
Did you play baseball yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Where did you go yesterday?
Nowhere. I just stay home.
What else did you do yesterday?
Yesterday we just staying at home watching TV.
I just moved to Denver. What should I do to meet new people?
You can go to the library,
Okay.
maybe, or go to a coffee shop.
What were you doing before this test?
I was planning to go to do exercise before I get the call because I totally forgot about the appointment.
It's okay. Have you been to Disney World?
No, not yet.
Oración completa.
No, I haven't.
Have you been to Africa?
No, I haven't.
How long have you been studying English?
I did start English around 2 years.
What would you do if you won the lottery?
I would get crazy.
Good answer. Had you studied English before moving to Denver?
No, just here in Denver.
Oración completa. Had you studied English before living in Denver?
No, I haven't.
Okay, está bien. Bien. Wow. Es muy raro que haga toda la evaluación aquí. Hablas mucho inglés. Your English is very good. You speak a lot of English.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to calculate your results. Give me just 1 second to add up your score so I can determine the right level for us to start today.
All right.
Muy bien. Bueno, Maricela.
Sí.
Right. I've got you at an intermediate level of English, okay?
Okay.
So do you have about 45 minutes to an hour to do an English lesson with me right now?
Yes, of course.
All right, perfect. I am going to pull up presentation now that I have for you. We have a lot of levels of English, which is why it's really important to start by doing that. I've got you going into our third level of intermediate English. All right, so you should be able to see my presentation now, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, so this is our third level of intermediate in English. So we like to teach, we review some of the grammar that you should have learned in the last level, and then of course we teach a lot of new things. So some of the things that we're gonna review today are the present progressive tense and the past progressive tense, as well as the verb to like. And then we've got a culture tip about making small talk, expressing opinions, and just being yourself in general, okay? So this is my information. I'm gonna introduce myself first to you and tell you why I'm teaching English. And of course you can always save my contact information. I always give my students my telephone number and my email address. I've actually been teaching English informally since 2001 when I was learning how to speak Spanish. And then really more formally in 2007 when I graduated from college. I had a degree in international business, Spanish, and marketing, and I opened up the language school. What about you, Maricela? What do you do for work? And you know, a little bit about your background in terms of education or work experience, that sort of thing.
I did work for a coffee shop, but at the DIA.
Okay.
DIA. I was supervisor. After that,
you used to work at the coffee shop.
I used to work. Okay.
Okay, so you're not working there right now.
No, not anymore.
Was it because of this coronavirus, or had you already?
No, it was before.
It was before. Okay, good.
It was because it was too early for me.
Okay. Cool.
And after that, I graduated from school, and I get my degree in hairstylist.
Oh, okay, cool.
And after that, I just do some Herbalife sales sometimes.
Yeah, so you do the Herbalife thing. Okay, cool. Well, I am from the United States. As I mentioned, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, originally.
Mhm.
I've been living on and off in Colorado for about 30 years now. During part of that time, I lived in a few different Spanish-speaking countries. So I actually lived in Spain, Argentina, Chile, and Ecuador as well, which is why I speak Spanish.
Wow.
I've traveled to many, many more places. You're from Mexico, right?
Yes. Huh?
Yeah. Okay. So I've been to Mexico, I don't know, maybe 10 times or something. I love Mexico. Yeah.
Wow.
I used to go to Guadalajara a lot and Puerto Vallarta, Cancun, those places. What part of Mexico are you from?
I am from Zacatecas, close to
Zacatecas.
Guadalajara. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Have you only lived in Colorado? Well, you have an interesting story, right? Because you said that you were born in Denver,
Yes,
but
but
you grew up
when
in
I was,
Zacatecas.
when I was 2 years old, my parents went back to Mexico.
Okay.
That's why I don't speak English.
Okay. No, your English is good. You do speak English. You should say with 100% confidence that you speak English.
All right.
Yeah. So you grew up in Zacatecas. And then when did you move back to the United States? How long ago?
I was 15 years old, like
Oh, wow.
20, around 20. I moved to Illinois, to Chicago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Huh?
You know, in we don't pronounce the S on that state in English, Illinois.
Oh, Illinois.
No se pronuncia la S al final, Illinois.
Illinois. Okay.
Nice. And so you lived in Chicago, now you live in Denver. Cool.
Yes. Mm.
Um, so just to let you know a little bit more about me kind of personally, I like playing guitar and drums. I love music. I love to travel. You said you were about to go to the gym and, or I guess probably not the gym, but you were going to do some exercise. I like going to the gym too. Of course, now everything's just at home doing push-ups and sit-ups, right? Reading, watching movies, kind of the normal things. And something interesting is that I used to dance with a professional salsa group. So I love dancing salsa too.
No, me too. I don't know how to do that, but I would love to learn.
Yeah. When this whole thing is over, I've got like 50 students that are all wanting to go out. We're going to go out dancing somewhere. So
Oh, okay.
we'll include you on the list, right?
All right.
What about you? What else do you like to do for fun, Maricela?
Right now I'm learning with my how to teach my son like lessons in school because it's wonderful the job that teacher does.
Right. Everybody's going to come out of this with a new appreciation of teachers, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
How old is your son?
He's 5 years
5.
old.
Oh, so he just started kindergarten?
Hmm.
That's a pretty easy age. My son is 4. I have a 4-year-old son, so just doing
Uh,
tracing activities, teaching him how to write and read and that sort of thing, and
mhm.
lots of
Yes.
lots of playing. So okay, good. Well, I always like talking with my students on the first day of class about why it's really important to study English. English is arguably the most important language in the world. Not to say that Spanish is not an important language, but when I say English is really important, it's because it's truly the international language of diplomacy and business. So just about any time, these world events get together, world leaders come together, they typically conduct their business in English or have English translators and interpreters there to help out. Or like when people do sales, like if I were to travel to Mexico tomorrow, well, this is a bad example because I speak Spanish, but most people would conduct that business in English. So it's a really powerful and really important language. And right now you're living in the United States.
Mhm.
So, it's the most common language in the United States. English is not the official language, but it is the most widely spoken language here in the United States. So it will help you feel safe and comfortable while you're living here. It can give you more confidence. A lot of my students typically start making more money after they've studied with me for about 6 months. You can lose your fear. Like I know sometimes my students tell me they don't want to leave the house. Sometimes they're scared to go to the grocery store or whatever. you've got kids, right? They're going to school. You need to be able to talk with their teachers, doctors, people out in the community. So English will help you out with that. What is like your top number one or top two reasons for wanting to improve your English? Because you speak English now, but why are you here with me today? Why do you want to keep learning English?
I think I have a fear to talk
To
with
what?
to talk with the people, to speak English.
To be able to improve communication with people, like to have more confidence.
Yes, because like I said before, I feel like I don't speak English.
No. That's what the first thing I said. You speak English. You speak English really well, but you don't have the confidence, right? So that's, I guess, why you're here, to
That's what I want to do.
to feel more confident. No, your English is good. I want to let you know. You actually speak English much better. It's very rare when I do this evaluation that I ask somebody every single question. We went all the way to the end. It was when we started getting into the more advanced kind of grammar concepts that your answers weren't 100% correct, but you understood them and you were able to answer them. So that's better than 90% of the people that I typically do that interview with. So good. So the language school is a school, we're all dedicated to conversation here. The vast majority of what we do with our students is talk with them. So I want you to know that it's okay to make mistakes. I know you feel uncomfortable, you don't have that confidence. Sometimes you're scared to say something like, oh my gosh, I might make a mistake, right? Forget about that with me. I want you to talk as much as possible, because the more you talk to me today, the more I can help guide you. The more I can correct you, the more I can focus on what you need help with, right? You join one of our group classes. Nobody ever makes fun of anybody here. We don't tolerate that for a second. This is a place for respect. Everybody's here for the same reason. You're going to have questions. Your classmates are going to have questions. So we're all here to help each other out. Okay? So these are the objectives. These are the main things that we're focused on teaching you at this level. We reinforce kind of your fluency with the simple present, like pretty much all the present tenses, the future tense, and another thing, like the simple past tense. These are the things that I noticed from your evaluation that you could definitely improve a little bit, is changing the tenses, right? Do you know what I mean when I say changing the tenses? Like, so talking in the future or the past, that's where you get a little confused, right? So we want to try and make that better for you. But gosh, we teach you so much. We teach you some of our phrasal verbs. We improve communication around asking questions and other more advanced grammar concepts. We talk about culture and driving and abbreviations, time, using directions, budgeting, applying for housing. So we're not only teaching you grammar at the language school. This is one of the biggest differences. We're trying to put into practice what you really need to actually live here. So we've thought of real life scenarios that you do throughout the week, and we're actually going to run you through conversational activities around that. We're not going to do this today since this is just a class demonstration, but we also try and make learning here fun. So in this class, we would normally watch an American television show with our students. The idea is normally we would have just taken a final exam. So like in the last class, we would have just taken about an hour, 2-hour long test. Everybody's all stressed out, and we give them the results, and then we do something a little fun. And we watch different television shows. So this would be one example of an activity that we would do. We listen to music, we watch TV shows, and then we make conversation about the TV show that we just saw, so that we're testing your comprehension, stuff like that. And also, I like this activity because we can learn a lot about the culture and see how Americans interact with each other from watching TV. But since this is your first class, I'm just gonna jump into a little bit of the review work. So Maricela, this is the present and the past progressive we're gonna work on here a little bit. And Maricela, looking at this picture, what are they doing?
They're studying Math?
Yeah. So remember, in the progressive tense, when we're talking about an action that is happening, let me bring up this. All right, you should be able to see a whiteboard now, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm just gonna make notes here. All right, so to form the present progressive, you need to have the form of the verb. So you actually skip that. So what you said was they studying, okay? And you're just missing the verb be there. So you need to say they are studying, okay?
No.
There is a contraction, so you can combine they and are to say they're studying as well. It may have been that that's what you were trying to say and I just didn't hear the RE on the end of it. Sometimes
Okay.
using the contractions is a little, you know, can sometimes be a little bit tricky because if you don't pronounce it the right way, the person doesn't hear. But can you see this? Can you see this whiteboard here with this that I wrote about the present progressive?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, so let's go back to the presentation now. All right, so what are they doing? They are studying, right?
Are studying.
They are studying. I prefer a little bit for my students to use the full sentences so that they're making sure to say it the right way. All right, looking at this picture, Maricela, why is he getting yelled at?
He's getting yelled at because of the reflex. I don't know how to pronounce.
Because of
The,
the what?
the weapon, no, the
The rifle.
the rifle, yeah.
The rifle, yeah.
Rifle.
Okay, yeah, maybe he did something wrong with the rifle. Good. What is he doing?
He's climbing.
Here we could say rock climbing to be just a
Rock
little bit more
climbing.
specific. He's rock climbing.
Oh,
Yeah. What is she doing?
she is singing a song.
Yeah, good. What are they doing?
They are playing soccer.
What are they doing?
They are dancing.
Good. What are they doing?
They are helping a woman in the hospital.
Yeah, good. What are you doing?
I am learning English.
Yeah, right. All right, nice job. All right, now notice the change in the question here. What were they doing?
They were studying.
Very good. Okay, yeah. So the biggest difference with the present and the past progressive is you put the verb be into the past tense. So instead of saying they are studying now, they were studying yesterday. Why was he getting yelled at?
He was getting yelled at because of the rifle.
What was he doing?
He was rock climbing.
What was she doing?
She was singing a song in a
What were
concert.
they doing?
They were playing soccer.
What were they doing?
They were dancing.
Yeah, good. What were they doing?
They were helping somebody in the hospital.
What were you doing this morning?
I was learning English.
Okay, good. All right. Let's see. Let's take a little look here at the verb like. Like, likes, don't like, doesn't like. What's the difference between all of these forms of the verb like? You know?
What the difference?
Yeah.
I like, she likes.
Good. Yeah. So the major difference here, I guess we've got two major differences, right? With our positive, You add the S when we're talking in the third person. I'm amazed that you got that. Almost all of my students, even at this level, advanced level, still have a hard time with the third person, with adding that S here, right? So good job there. And then in the negative, just again, the difference is in the third person singular form of the verb, where they add the ES to do not, right? Doesn't. All right, good. So we're going to talk some culture, okay? Let's do this little reading activity and talk American culture. Can you read this to me, Maricela?
Okay, try.
Yeah.
A study of the Stanford University School of Business tracked a group of MBAs 10 years after they graduate.
Yeah, here you just say MBAs. Do you know what that stands for?
MBA?
So, yeah, someone that has an MBA, Maestría de Negocios, is a master's in business administration is what that stands for.
Um,
All right, keep going.
the result, grade point average GPAs had no bearing on their success, but their ability to converse with others did.
Good.
Being able to connect with others through small talk can lead to big things, according to Deborah Fine, author of The Fine Art of Small Talk. A former engineer, Fine recalls being so uncomfortable at networking events that she will hide in the restroom. Now a professional speaker, Fine says the ability to connect with people through small talks in accurate skill.
Very nice, Maricela. Your reading is very good. You have good pronunciation. Do you have any questions about this?
No.
There's a test after this, so make sure to ask your questions now.
Okay.
All right, let's go here. So we can kind of take turns back and forth. Fine and her fellow authorities on schmoozing offer the following tips for starting and ending conversations. Have you ever heard this term, schmoozing?
No.
No, I wouldn't imagine so. To schmooze is when you go to like a party or an event where there's a lot of people and you work the room. You go around talking to as many people as you can and trying to make a good impression. And sometimes like you're trying to like. So you do this for Herbalife, I bet. You ever hold events where you're going around and trying to sell Herbalife to people? Like this would be called schmoozing. So
Okay.
as you prepare for a function, come up with 3 things to talk about, as well as 4 generic questions that will get others talking. If you've met the host before, try to remember things about her, such as her passion for a sport or a charity you're both involved in. Okay?
Okay.
Read the second advice to me.
Second, be the first to say hello. If you are not sure the other person will remember you, offer your name to ease the pressure. For example, Charles Barrow,
Bart,
Lynn Smith, Barrow?
Bartlett, these are just names.
Bartlett, Lion Smith. Good to see you again. Smile first and always shake hands when you meet someone.
Yeah, this is so important, to try and ease the tension. Smile, say hello, offer your hand to shake your hand, and try and use names with people. If you're in business like selling Herbalife, a really good trick is learning people's names to make a good impression on people. All right, step number 3, or advice number 3, tip number 3, take your time during introductions. Make an extra effort to remember names and use them frequently. Go ahead with number 4.
Get the other person talking by leading with a common ground statement regarding the event or location and then asking a related open open-ended question. For example, attendance looks higher than last year. How long have you been coming to these conventions? You can also ask them about their trip in or how they know the host.
Very good. Number 5, stay focused on your conversational partner by actively listening and giving feedback. Maintain eye contact, and you shouldn't, bueno, this says never glance around the room while they're talking to you. So just stay focused on the person you're talking to and really listen. Number 6.
Listen more than you talk.
Maricela, this is one of the most important pieces of advice, not just for going to a party or a networking event, but just in general. Nowadays, people don't listen very much. Have you ever noticed that?
Yes, I
You're
used to
talking to
yell
someone and they respond with something that has nothing to do with what you were just talking about because they're doing what? They're on their cell phones. They're on Facebook, right?
right.
Listen, listen, listen. All right, number 7. Have something interesting to contribute. Knowing current events and culture will provide you with great conversation builders, leading with what do you think of? Have you heard? What is your take on? Stay away from negative or controversial topics and refrain from long-winded stories or giving a lot of detail in casual conversation. Number 8.
If there are people you especially want to meet, one of the best ways to approach them is to be introduced by someone they respect. Ask a mutual friend to do the honors.
Yeah. Number 9, if someone hands you a business card, try to accept it as a gift. Hold it in both hands. Take a moment to read what is written on it. When you're done, put it away in your shirt pocket or your purse or wallet to somewhere to show that it's valued. Number 10.
Watch your body language. People who look it at easy make others uncomfortable. Act confident and comfortable even when you are not.
Yeah. If you're in a meeting and this guy just starts like dozing off to sleep, like doesn't make you feel good. So your body language is just as important as the actual language that you're speaking and using to communicate.
All
All right,
right.
number 11. Before entering into a conversation that's already in progress, observe and listen. You don't want to squash the dynamics with an unsuited or ill-timed remark. Go ahead, number 12.
Have have a few exit lines ready so that you can both gracefully move on. For example, I need to check in with a client over there. I skipped lunch today, so I need to visit the buffet, or you can offer the refresh their drink.
Yeah, nice job. So just this one word, buffet. You don't pronounce the T on the end of it. Buffet.
Buffet.
Buffet. Yeah, we have a lot of silent letters in English, and that's one of them.
All right.
All right. When should you exit a conversation? According to Suzanne Rowan, author and speaker known as the Mingling Maven, your objective in all encounters should be to make a good impression and leave people wanting more. To do that, she advises, be bright, be brief, and be gone. Okay? All right. So to talk a little bit more about this concept that we call small talk in the United States. If you go to an event to network and mingle and meet new people, a party, whatever it is, you should know that here in the United States, we have certain topics, they're safe topics to talk about in just about any given situation, like music, books, and movies. These are always safe topics, no matter where you are, what you're doing, you can talk about this stuff with anybody. You have to be very, very careful about discussing religion and politics, okay? Especially with somebody that you just met.
Okay.
I think it's probably similar to Mexican culture, right? But just to make sure that you understand, that's got to be a little careful, right? So if we're just meeting each other for the first time, going back to the first piece of advice from the article, it says to make sure you come up with some good, conversation starters, right? So if we're talking about, if we know music, movies, and Tupac, books are all safe conversation topics, we can start off with asking questions people like, do you like hip hop? And somebody might say, yeah, I like hip hop. My favorite music is Tupac. Or did you see the new Anchorman movie? And someone could say, no, I dislike comedy. I prefer action movies. Or finally, who is your favorite poet? Oh, Pablo Neruda is amazing. I love him. Okay?
Okay.
So we can practice, things like this, What kind of music do you like, Maricela?
I liked norteño and Mexican music.
Oh, okay, good. Who's your favorite artist?
My favorite artist is Vicente Fernandez.
That's a name I've heard a whole lot. All right, good. Do you prefer like action movies or comedy movies? What's your favorite kind of movie?
I prefer comedy.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Comedy. Mhm.
I love comedies too. I usually watch comedy and action movies. I don't watch a whole lot of other types of movies. Maricela, do you enjoy reading books?
I start one today. I
Yeah,
try to. I'm trying to learn how to read.
that's good. Do you read in English or in Spanish?
I get it in English.
Oh, good. I'm so happy. That's the best. Reading, no matter what level you are with your English, is I think probably the best thing you can do to improve your English, because you can see the words and look them up and look words up and build your vocabulary that way. It's
Mhm.
great. Nice. Um, so you told me that you like norteño music. Does
Yes,
Are you married? Do you have a husband or boyfriend or?
yes, I have a husband.
Okay, does your husband like the same kind of music?
Yes, he
Yeah.
does like to sing.
Good. Does your husband also like comedies?
He likes some comedies, but he prefers to see action movies.
Oh, okay, yeah. What kind of books do you like, Maricela?
I never read, so I try to read. It's a Woman Up, the name. Woman Up.
It's a what?
Woman Up.
It's a woman up.
Huh? I think that's the name.
Es como decir, hay una mujer arriba.
This one.
Ah, woman up. Woman up. Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know that one. I've never heard that expression. We have an expression in English, man up. And man up is when you say this expression to somebody, man up, when they're not being very mature, or if they're scared of doing something.
I think that's what this book is
So
about. It.
about like tackling your fears
Like
as
the girls is scared to do the successful. Like we sabotage ourselves.
okay,
That's
yeah.
it.
I've never heard the expression "woman up," but I would imagine that's what it's.
Yes, I think it's the same thing.
So that's like a nonfiction self-help type book, I guess.
Maybe.
So does your husband like to read?
No, he
No.
doesn't.
All right. We're just going to wrap up with a little conversation because we kind of started this a little bit later. I've got another class coming up that I need to get ready for, and I still need to go eat lunch. So let's just wrap up with a little conversation, and then I can tell you about some of the possibilities to study with us. Okay.
All right.
Maricela, what 3 adjectives would you use to describe your personality?
Crazy.
Crazy. All right. What else?
Hmm. I think smart.
Smart. Okay, good.
Uh, unorganized. Unorganized.
Unorganized. Okay. Are you shy or outgoing?
Shy. Definitely.
Shy. Oh, you don't seem like you're shy.
Yes, I am.
When are you the most outgoing?
I'm sorry.
When are you most outgoing?
Sorry, I can hear you.
I'm asking you, when are you most outgoing?
Um, never. I like to stay home.
Yeah, okay. Are you quiet? Well, just to clarify, outgoing doesn't necessarily mean going out. It means extrovertido. Like you like talking to people, like meeting new people,
Um,
talking to new people.
when I know the people, I can talk easily, but when I'm not, I can't.
Yeah, so you're most outgoing with like your friends and family, but around strangers, you're shy.
Huh? I would like to not do, but
Okay. Are you quiet or talkative?
when I know the people,
When you know people, you're talkative.
yes,
When you don't know them, you're not talkative. Okay, good. Are you generous or selfish?
generous.
Good. Do you think you're too generous, over generous
Sometimes,
sometimes? Is your personality more like your mother or your father? And how
like
so?
my mother,
Like your mother? You said that quickly. How? Why do you say that?
because I feel like I'm exactly like my mother.
Wow. Okay. Cool. You are your mother's daughter. Which color would you use to describe your personality?
What do you mean? Like,
There's no right answer here. It's just like thinking about your personality. What color would you use to describe it? Like, I'll give you an example. Um, I don't know if it's because of it's my favorite color. Red is my favorite color, but red is also kind of associated with fire and kind of, you know, it's bright, it's aggressive, and that kind of describes me a little bit, you know.
maybe red then.
Red, yeah, okay, yeah. Which animal would you use to describe yourself?
Which animal? Eagles?
An eagle. Okay, nice one. I like that one. Do you think our personalities change after we're born?
Of the what?
Do you think our personalities change after we are born, or do you think we're like born with our personality?
No, I think they change.
I think they can change too. I think you can definitely be born with a certain type of personality, but I think you can also change over time as well. Good. Why do you think people with opposite personalities are sometimes attracted to each other? We have the saying in English, opposites attract.
I don't know.
You know, do you have a pretty similar personality to your husband, or is he really different?
No,
He's different.
totally different.
Yeah. So why do you think that you guys attracted to each other?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Nice. Well, Maricela, this was just, like I said, to give you a demonstration of a class, show you what the online experience looks like to see, first and foremost, if you liked it. Did you like the class with me today?
Oh yes, I love it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Do you feel like this would be a good option to help you improve with your English?
Oh yes, definitely. Because I like to study, but I don't want to go out.
Yeah, well, right
No.
now for sure we cannot go out, right? So we're doing all of our classes online right now. If you're saying that, I might think that private lessons might be a better option for you. We've also got small group classes. they both have, you know, pluses to, you know, certain advantages to them. What,
Mhm.
I guess private lessons are really flexible. You can schedule classes as often as you want to. We work them out around your schedule. We can go just as fast as you want. If you have extra free time, like right now, a lot of people aren't working. So if you have extra free time, you can really study really aggressively, have 1, 2, 3 lessons a day if you wanted to. Group classes are more economical. They don't cost as much money. And then you're going to be talking to, you know, like you'll join, there will be several other students on the call with us. You know, everybody's, you know, sharing their camera and stuff like that. But they're more, you know, that's probably the primary advantages. They're less expensive. So are you looking for, I guess, more expensive and more powerful and more flexibility, or less expensive and more, you know, laid back and kind of more fun?
Maybe more efficient, but but right now I don't know how much will be the cost.
Yeah, so I'll just bring up the prices here so you can see them. This is all available on our website.
Okay.
Let me share this with you. So like our normal group classes would meet 2 days a week for an hour and a half for a total of 3 hours every single week. They start, if you pay for just 1 month, it's $300 per month. And if you pay for more time, you get discounts. $600 gets you 3 months. $900 gets you 6 months. And $1,200 gives you the best price possible. If you pay upfront $1,200, you get a whole year to study with us. So most of our students end up paying for 1 year of our group classes.
Okay.
Our private lessons are $60 an hour, typically. There's a minimum of 5 hours. So to put that in comparison, if you pay for just 1 month, you would also get 5 hours of private lessons, okay? We give discounts here if you pay it for like time commitment again. So 10 hours is $540. 20 hours is $960. And 30 hours is $1,260. Okay, so that gets you the best price possible if you make an upfront payment for 30 hours. And to kind of compare it, like this time is 100% for you. Nobody else is in the class. So you go at your pace. You know, you can do it faster if you want to. Like if you're planning on going back to work when this coronavirus ends, you know, and you can start getting out in public again, maybe you want to just hit it as hard as possible right now, study as much as possible. For your level 2, we also have our intensive options, which gives you access to every single class that we offer. So you can get a lot of our group classes. I would say for you, it's, you know, money is just a number, right? $100, $500, $1,000. That doesn't tell you a whole lot. You have to think more about what you want, what you're looking to get out of this. And, you know, if you prefer just being with the teacher by yourself, or if you don't mind working with other students, you know?
All right.
And then how much free time do you have, and how fast do you want to learn English, you know?
Okay.
The more you pay, the more you're going to learn. So at the end of the day, this is an investment in yourself. Most of my students somehow start making more money after about 6 months, 3 to 6 months of working with us. That's because they get, you know, they feel more confident. They get more job opportunities. They start better understanding things that are going on at their jobs, and got a lot of students that have made more money. So it's an investment in yourself. I can tell you right now, this is a really smart thing to do, because we're in this pandemic with the coronavirus. We don't know when things are going to go back to normal. So the best thing you can do right now is invest in yourself, in you know, learning how to speak some English, or improving your English will really help you out. So by the time things get back to normal, you're a much more productive employee. You feel more confident. You have more opportunities for you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So what do you think, Maricela? Do you want to sign up today? Do you want to think about it?
Let me think about it and talk to my husband.
Okay, cool. Is there, you can see where you can find this pricing on our website. It's just thelanguageschool.us. And then you come in here to registration information and come down here to pricing. So, you know, if you want to show him what our prices are like, I'll send you some follow-up information, you know, to let you know about what we talked about today. What, based off of kind of these prices and what you're looking to accomplish, do you have a preference towards like private lessons or group classes right now, do you think?
I think I prefer like personal classes.
Private classes, one-on-one? Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So yeah, this would be it for you then. That's the most important information to cover. I'll follow up with you in a couple of days to see what you think. I'll send you some more information about our program and pricing. You can always go onto our website just to sign up. Like the most important thing that we did right now was determine your level. And we also gave you a class and it seemed like a really good fit for you. So that's the most important thing that we do with this meeting. Now we have all the information that we need to help you sign up. So you can sign up online. I'll send you the instructions how to do that if you want to. You make your payment directly there. So like if you talk to your husband tonight and you say, yeah, let's do it, you can just do it. Or I'll call you in a couple of days to see if I can help you with anything. Okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
All right,
Thank
Maricela.
you.
Thank you.
Nice
Take care.
to meet you.